While short-term upside signals may not be what we're looking for, they can play an important role for the overall bull thesis. Cascading momentum from short-term timeframes are already starting, so it's of critical importance to maintain at least some attention. Let's pop open the charts for a true edge over the coming sessions. Welcome back to the channel on this Thunder Thursday. This is ARCa, and let's dive into ticker symbol GTII. Let's kill them too. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Let's go ahead and dive in to ticker symbol GTII, and this is the one-day chart, right? The daily chart that we're observing here. I want you to remember the chop zone that we identified, right before we actually made this capitulation event down to the 4660 area before it bounced to the upside. Now, seeing that we were supporting here, bouncing in, on and off this 50-cent level, that resistance may actually, serve as such on the way back up, right? So it was a support. So now that support actually turning into a resistance may behave like that into the coming test that we're going to be facing over the next few days. I understand that this can, it has the power to just immediately just rip open, a can of worms here and just go to the upside. I get it. Right. But we have to remember how these supports were kind of maintained. Right. Because, yes, it was a critical support. So we can only expect that it would be a critical resistance as well. Right. So just like you would here. Right. So we touched down at the bottom side, then we continued upward and then just resisted so much from here. So as we're coming back up, we're going to have to keep an eye on those two targets, those two extremes. Right. So the first one being the top side of around 55.96. And then the bottom side being that 50-cent zone, right? So we're just going to go ahead and leave them like this so that we are aware that they are there as ranges for us to kind of combat. Okay, so it can, right? So just please remember, even if we're testing this resistance, that doesn't mean that we can't come down and actually face this true shakeout here, right? So down to the range that I've been talking about for quite some time. That would be 4308 to 4549 with a focus of around 4462. If that is in fact the case, then sure, let it be. It could play a very nice spring here, and have a price action bounce to the upside based on psychological. Literally based on psychology, right? Because we have done it before. And it can be done again, right, team? So let's go ahead and move on to the next chart and see what we have. So this is the monthly time frame, and very much the chart that I'm following the most, right? The monthly, and it's really because I see how the behavior is here, right? We still have 21 days and 18 hours to close this monthly iteration. So and seeing the way that the candle is printing it's already kind of telling us a whole story on its own, right? So if we just kind of highlight here what volume is doing, we're just going to make it a little brighter here so that we all can kind of see right down there. So yeah, what we're observing here is volume in a complete decline, right? So as volume declines like this, with price action declining as well, right? Just sorry, my ADD is totally taking over here. So or OCD, right? So obsession there. So yeah, as volume is declining like this, and price action also faces this decline, that typically indicates weakness to the bear side, right? So or exhaustion of the bear exhaustion. But know for a fact that it can continue selling off if need be. Right, but I'm just saying that it's typically known that as volume drops, whether to the upside or to the downside, that indicates weakness to whomever is actually leading that top or downside. Okay, so now pulling in the ARQ indicators, the algorithms here, I'm actually getting a 10-minute read for a long here, so that's interesting. So the enhanced MACD has not picked up a long signal just yet, but it did pick up the short signal right at the open of this candle here, right? So this opened up at 49.01, printed that bear signal right up here, and then price action essentially went from that 49.01 to the 47-cent zone all today, right? So it actually did it a few times. So yeah, I guess nothing to really implicate within this is just to give you an idea over what price action can do in the immediate short term, right? So do I want to talk about the Gaussian channel? Let's see here. You know what? It would probably be a good idea. So let me look at this on a 12-hour. And we're going to look at it in a few time frames to see if we have an edge over whatever is currently happening, right? So, oh, you know what? Daily time frame does have a resistance on top of about 50. Let me check on that one more time. Resistance on top is coming up to 58.35, but I think it was the 12 or the 8-hour where we were. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so 52.48, bottom side of the Gaussian band on the 8-hour time frame. 52.48. That would land right around in here. Okay, so yeah, that would be the resistance of literally this right over here. Is located at around, let me see, the low of 52.50, right? So yeah, it is a relevant resistance there. Okay, so yeah, if price action continues to the upside here, we could face that resistance from the Gaussian band and the daily low, the daily wick low of November 2nd, 2023. Right, so it is pretty important for us to observe things like this. Right now, if we continue to the upside, that has a target of around 57.61. So 57.61 is actually just above where we're suggesting as the chop zone, right? So 5761 is located right about here. And sure, there are some confluent targets, not as tight as the one that we actually saw right up here at the 52-cent zone, but yeah, it is it's relevant even still. Okay, so and for those of you who are new, yeah, we're looking at the accumulation distribution here, creating its first pivot towards the upside. And this first pivot here after a massive distribution, this is actually pretty impressive, right? Because there has, historically speaking, throughout the entire trading history of the GTII asset in the monthly time frame, there has never been a recovery pivot as extreme as this one here, right? So that, yeah, that's already showing that there could be a move to the upside. But I want you to remember that this can play both ways. Okay, things are oversold, and it feels long overdue for a bounce. But the financial markets don't really care about that. It's just if this needs to continue selling off, then it will. But generally speaking, it feels like the bulls may have a certain edge here, and yeah, we need to just observe things in that fashion as well, right? So another thing here is that if we're looking at this uh, in the annual chart, then this starts to become a little bit clear here, right? It could be a bull flag. And we have 21 days and 18 hours to close this annual candle, right? So that's it's looking okay, right? So yeah, this could be a traditional bull flag if it does recover to the upside, which is what we're kind of already implying. Okay, so now the last part of the analysis here, yeah, 30-minute immediate short-term time frame RSIs are actually showing up upside or showing upside. Consolidation in the bi-hourly time frame, consolidation on the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, so it looks like it's a little. It looks like there's still some things to kind of think about here, right? So I'm not sure if it's pensive regarding catalysts or regarding whatever, but it is a bit pensive. Okay, and one more little shill here, team. Please remember that I have opened up the last 30 seats for my ARC Masters course. This is a 16-week mentorship, and I, I thought that I would be able to bring track 3 to an end there for my Masters course, but there was a lot of people, so I fit around 35 or 36 out of the 30 into track 3, and now more people are actually still asking about it. So I'm going to extend it to the week to the track 4, just like I did tracks 1 and 2. And end it there, okay, team. So that this is going to be my last course that I would teach, and so I can actually just get into full time trading here. But yeah, team, just know for a fact that it's there for you. Please reach out to me here, and I will pass you the syllabus, the disclaimer, and everything. And please know that it is with me, right? No one else. It is mentorship program is directly with me. All right, so downside pivot here in the 8-hour time frame, and it is technically in the gravitational zone. It could face continued pressure towards that downside. Okay, and let's see here on the 12-hour time frame. Yeah, 12-hour time frame is still showing some consolidation, a little bit of a downside bias, but still, I think that these, I think these upper time frames are just going to have to wait to see what the immediate short-term time frames are going to decide overall. And as long as we maintain this consolidation, price action may actually contract again, and it'll display not it'll display just no movement, and that can invalidate bull plays too. Okay, so just know that no movement is actually not that good for volatility, because volatility is literally more dispersion of returns, the higher volume of dispersion of returns. So just know that I'm keeping an eye on it, and as we grab signals, I'll be able to put out new content, right? But at least in this video thread, I was able to just give you a quick little forecast over what could be happening in the immediate short term. All right, team. So I think that's a pretty good place to do the damn thing here. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Never, 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 never. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well a very, very good rest of your night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios. Yeah.